why Nigerians and Ghanaians are not acting movies like before. Why? What happened? Nobody's asking this question, right? Now, we had so many Evanescence, Ivan Vika, so many Ghanaian actors and actresses acting in Nollywood.
Yeah.
Now, they have reduced drastically. What happened? Now, Ghanaians are saying their currency is so much big.
Yeah.
So, it will even be beneficial for you to take your big currency to go to Nigeria and open business. You understand? We don't have to be fighting because of these things. Find a way so that Ghanaian music will be playing even if it's every Friday. There is a way you can promote Nigerian Ghanaian music in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And if you guys are not doing it, Nigeria are not to be blamed.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Welcome to Vicinfluential Podcast, guys. We are here today with our brother from Ghana, Mr. Richard.
Yeah.
So he's going to educate us. He's going to give us a larger information on what is going on in Ghana, about the trader that they want to leave. They are telling Nigerian traders, right? If I'm not mistaken, to leave. So he's going to educate us about their law, what is happening, so we'll not be passing false information. Mr. Richard.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to my show.
Thank you.
Yeah, today is your second time.
Yeah.
So,
second time.
welcome. So, what is going on in Ghana about Nigerian traders should leave? Can you educate us on how it started?
Okay, so from what I know,
Yeah.
is that by the law, foreigners are not allowed to get into the retail business. You understand? But right now, some Nigerians, because from what we are seeing now, the trend is the Ghanaians are talking about. So they are saying that Nigerians are getting into the retail business and they are taking their business from them. So I think this complaint is from the businessmen, those who are in the retail. They are throwing this complaints here.
Like the union?
Union?
Like, union, like a retail union or business union.
I don't know if it is an organization or something like that, but I think individuals, because there are some, I think you guys know which business you get into. So I think those people in that kind of industry are the ones talking about it. So let's say from the media, I think those in the spare parts, Abosiokai, they are talking about it, that you are getting into the business and you are taking their business. So I think it's just specific retail.
So it's not every retail business is only the spare parts?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but I saw a video that somebody was complaining. He wanted to buy like something like drink, and the drink was expensive. Okay. No, he said, I think it was in the stadium or so. I saw a video like that.
Okay.
And the drink was expensive, so the guy did not go ahead. So you mean that? But it looks like this affects only Nigerians. But it's not only Nigerians that went into the retail business. But right now they're asking only Nigerians to go.
Okay. This is one of the issues. So I think people are just bringing all those issues into play to ask Nigerians to go. Yeah. So that's the
issue. But my question is, what are your people saying about it? Not the business ones, like Ghanaians, the citizens. What are they saying about it?
Okay. Now, I think for the business side, people are saying that they should leave the retail business. But if you look at the other issues coming up, then people are actually saying that, most Ghanaians are actually saying that Nigerians should leave the country. But I think from the business, those doing the businesses, they just feel like, hey, just leave the retail to us and do the supply. Yeah. But from the whole country, because of the other issues coming up, people are saying that Nigerians should leave the country totally, so that everybody will be in their country.
The
Like
thing
that.
is, I heard the news. Very dark man.
Yeah,
He went and interviewed the Igbo king,
king. Yeah,
Ezigbo in
yeah,
Ghana. So, and according to what he explained, he said that initially when they told Nigerians not to sell, to be doing only supply, they agreed initially. But the thing is, after supplying, and the Ghanaians sell the ones that will sell the business. After selling, most of them will not
return the money.
return the money,
Yeah,
right? And when it continues happening, they have to make a living.
yeah,
So they decided that they are going to
Mm.
go into retail, and because it's not only Nigerians, there are some other people there that are doing also the retail business. That is why they decided to go into the retail business, and it also looks like they are the ones selling the cheaper one.
yeah.
So the business, people doing business, they know how they do their business that
True.
allow them to sell in a cheaper rate. I followed I followed the issue a little while, but I think this is a distraction. I think is somebody is purposely trying to fuel a dispute, to fuel a confusion or fighting among Nigerians and Ghana or
Ghanaians
other people like West Africa. We don't need to be in peace. They need to be. And it looks like for the past months, it's like from one thing to
to
another,
another.
from one
Yeah,
thing to
true,
another.
true, 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 true.
So somebody is trying to make sure that this fuel is no longer a banter, like, when something is happening, when something has to do with a Nigerian or South Africa, somebody would just come there and comment, go better for Ghana,
Yeah.
something like that. That cruise. So this harmony, some people don't want this
Want
harmony
it? Yeah, true.
because I guarantee you that somebody is feeling this thing
Yeah,
somewhere. You understand?
yeah. You see, this kind of issues when you think about it, like I always say that war always ends in peace when the two parties
Mm.
come to sit together and talk about it.
Mm.
Not when the other kills more people than the other.
Mm.
When they actually come and sit. And it's always after they kill people, destroy properties, then they will come and sit
Mm.
and talk about it. So why don't we go directly
Dialogue
to
first.
Yes. You understand?
Mm.
But there are people who thrive on these distractions.
Yes.
They need you to, they are counting on you to be distracted so that
Mm.
they get what they want.
Yes.
They said there some rich people make more money during war because if they deal in weapons are only used in war, right? So some of these things, like you are saying, are being fueled by people with agendas. They need you distracted because if people are focused, some people don't benefit from it. So they have to make sure that you get distracted. And we can see that this thing is something happening in Africa most. Always it is something. And when you sit back and look at what they are fighting over, it's meaningless. It could be a land. Because recently I saw on the news that Rwanda and, is it Congo? Or Congo, right?
Yeah.
Was fighting over a land.
They've been fighting.
You see, I don't know how long that land has been there that now it has to get to that point. And up to now, none of them have been able to sit down. Two leaders come and sit down and talk about it.
But this one will people or government or nations will always fight because of land. You understand?
Yeah.
Now we'll understand that this is not like Nigeria must go or Ghana must go, right? This is going to be the politicians or the government and the military, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be affecting common citizens,
Yeah.
people earning living. It's going to be people taking their money, people that are subjugating their citizens are going to deal with this one. It's not going to affect the common people, at least. You understand? It's not going to be like dropping bombs like the Western people are doing.
Sure.
So now, when I was growing up, there is this harmony that we have between Nigeria and Ghana, and it's no longer there. All of a sudden, you will see most Nigerians. They will say we like watching Ghanaian movies. It looks like Ghanaian movies are more the best actors. You will see Nigerians. I don't think there is this Ghanaian actors or actress any Nigerian don't know. Then That time I can tell you all of them, but now it's rare. I can find them. Yes.
Yeah.
So what happened? We don't play music together anymore. We don't act together anymore. We don't, this interbusiness relationship or this common understanding that we have. All of a sudden, everything vanished. Now it's like hate Nigeria. Some things that doesn't make any sense. This thing that doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
Is in Africa, you will say you have a law for your fellow African not to do a retail business. You understand? There is distinct. It could be a dialogue, common understanding.
Yeah.
If you think that the market is saturated, you go to the bigger market. You can go to Nigeria. You can go to Nigeria because I think that how many the people that are doing spare parts, how many are they going to sell in a day? I will guarantee you that what they sell in Lagos in a day is what they are going to sell in Ghana maybe in 5 days. So I think Lagos will have the bigger market.
Yeah.
So you are going to think, okay, how can we find a way to start our own market in Lagos or in Ghana? Because it doesn't make any sense that you are going to destabilize our region because of retail business.
Yeah.
You understand
True.
that we made a law that we don't want these people to come and do business here. We can do it alone. Just all this petty thing that we keep fighting amongst each other doesn't make any sense. On our last podcast, I said that it's only in Africa you'll be hearing that we don't want somebody to be king in our land. You understand?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Uh, he said that he's going to be king in our land and we don't want it. We don't want it. You'll be disturbing everybody on the internet. Now, this Gen Z or people that are growing up, what they're going to be discussing is Ghanaian people are telling our people to go. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they will be hearing it. Now, for the past months, these are what Nigerians are talking about that made a very dark man to go there
Go
to
there. Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
And it's not just him. Many Nigerians have gone to Ghana to actually get what happened
Happened.
because they don't want to be getting the information from
Yeah.
social media. So this thing cannot be what we'll be discussing all the time. It's not because I think Africa is so much big. And in West Africa, it's not going to take you anything to open business anywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's just go if you have the money to pay. If you have the money, like now, Ghanaians are saying their currency is so much big.
Yeah.
So it will even be beneficial for you to take your big currency to go to Nigeria and open business. You understand? We don't have to be fighting because of these things. Some people, most people that will watch this video now will ask, why don't you stay in your country?
Country. Yeah. True.
Okay. If you're asking why don't you stay in your country, I will tell you to, let's say the person that will say this thing is from Niger Republic, right? Okay, let's say go around Niger Republic and see if you will not see any, or check if you will not see any Indian or Chinese, right?
Yeah.
People can travel. People can travel.
True. True.
There is this thing you will say, okay, let me not go into that one. We're talking about Africa, right? But traveling amongst ourselves, I don't think that is a problem. Because if you need your place to be developed, you are not going to do it alone.
Okay.
People will come that place to open businesses, open factory, open company, whatever it is, employ you. You need your economy to grow. And we need to go out of our hate attitude and start asking critical questions. Because this thing that whenever they want to give example of a poor continent, what they're using is Africa.
Africa.
So why is it that in Africa we cannot have a common ground to do business to actually try to develop Africa? Why is it that we cannot find means to develop Africa? Why is it that in West Africa alone that we cannot have a free trade union, free trade treaty or understanding or policy, whatever,
You see, from what you're saying, the free trade thing, right? Recently, our president, John Dramani Mahama, talked about it that now there is a trade. And he said that uh, back then, for you to do business in Ghana, foreigner, you need to have some $1 million or
Yeah, $1
something
million.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they've taken
He said he's going to remove it.
yeah,
I
I
don't know
think
if
now they've removed it from
Yeah.
there. And now they are talking about the retail problem with the Nigerian issue. You know, so that it's in parliament, they are discussing, and whatever they will discuss or the conclusion will be
Yes.
what is going to happen. But you see, with the African unity and all the togetherness and progress, I think if you look at it, before any two people can come together to achieve something, they should have some common interest that, okay, this is what we want. So we come together and do this thing. But if you look at us, from the way we act and the way we do things, nothing shows that we have any common interest to have that African unity. And I think also that per our imagination, people cannot see the picture of one Africa. You see, if Elon Musk just told people that he's going to do this, even when he said that he was going to do it, people said it's not possible, right? Until he did it, and now people have that image of a rocket being caught. You understand? So we need to create that image of how a united Africa can be, so that people can see it. Once they see it, they will be, oh, okay, this is how it can be. Then they will start working on it. Because right now, it's like people are afraid that, there are some countries doing better than others, right? And they are afraid that if they open up the borders, they will rush into ours and leave theirs. You understand? But the best way for us to do this is, yes, we are coming from different environments, different cultures, all right. Nobody is saying that we all should have one rule and you come and disrupt someone's culture. In America, each state have different laws, you understand? So it's the same thing that we can do. If you go to America, there are places they do certain things. Even their language, there are certain words they use over there that in other states they don't use those things. So we can just say that, yes, this is not something that we have to wait 100 years before we can come together. It's not like we have to fit in a room. We're already in the place. All we have to say, yes, we are one. We put one name. Then here you have these rules you follow. Once you are from this side and you enter, you just have to respect the rules here. Simple. That is how we can actually do this thing.
Yes.
But because people cannot see it, because of some people's limited imagination of what a one Africa, they think that we will just be in one place or something like that. But it's just, we make the decision, hey, we are one, we spend one currency, you can move anywhere, but just make sure that you respect the culture, the laws of any new environment, because we know the borders. You understand? Simple as that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is my own take, right? About respecting laws and all those things. Let me use Dubai as an example, right? Your law and law enforcement need to be strong.
Yeah.
If I am coming in Ghana and what I want to go to Ghana to do is to rob, I will fix it, right? And just find a way to make the law very strict. If you say foreigners, you can make a law for foreigners and different from your own citizen, right? You can say, if a foreigner comes into Ghana and stole this cup, is going to be 6 years in prison. And you stand on it. This is my country. You cannot come here
and do anything.
And do anything,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Keep that law. And then if anybody steals the cup,
you just
make sure it happens.
It happens, yeah, true.
Make sure it happens.
Yeah.
Now, if you say people are leaving their country to come to Ghana, okay, let's look at it as a business people, right?
Yeah.
If half of Nigeria decide to leave Nigeria and go to Ghana, it's going to be at Ghana's benefit
For business purposes, yeah.
for business purposes.
Yeah. Because jobs will be created and all
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So if my country is 35 million and we are going to have influx of people that is going to make it 40 million, what do you think is going to happen? How many percent of GDP growth do you think you're going to have?
Yeah, it's going to go up. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now what you have to do is leave those migrants and make sure your law enforcement is very serious.
Just like Dubai.
You
if you look at
understand?
the locals,
How
how
many
many are there?
millions of people are coming into
Yeah,
Dubai yearly?
too many.
And they are not complaining.
Yeah.
You see the road, they are doing everything to make sure that they can have more next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are praying for, if we are having 20 million this year, we want to have 50 million next year.
Yeah.
And they are doing everything possible for them to accommodate that 50 million. Because if 10,000 Nigerians come into Ghana, they are going to spend.
Sure.
They are going to eat. They can rent hotel. They are going to look for a place to stay. So it's for Ghana's benefit.
Yeah, true.
Just make sure that if anybody commits anything, that person is going to pay dearly for it.
Yeah.
And this xenophobic attitude that is springing up now, Nigeria government, Ghanaian government, South African government need to fight it, declare war on it and fight it.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
If Nigerians are going to South Africa to sell drugs, South African government need to make sure that everybody. Indonesia is death penalty. If they catch you in Indonesia, is death penalty. Your government can do something like that and make sure that if you are coming in South Africa to sell drugs, I'm sorry,
when you are being caught, this is what you say.
If you caught, what we are going to send to Nigeria is your cops.
Yeah.
Because this is the law. If we catch any drug dealer in Indonesia, it's death penalty. If we catch in Singapore, it's death penalty. So if Nigerians want you, sorry, you are going to come in back.
Yeah.
You understand? And they said Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa. What do you think makes it biggest economy? It's the population.
Population, yeah.
Right? So you're saying Nigeria must go, Nigeria must go. Why Nigeria must go? Why? Because somebody did something shady, right?
Yeah.
Take the person. You have thoughts. You have law enforcement. You have police.
Yeah. You know, from our last podcast, I did a video on TikTok and I had to take my time and go replying comments. You see, I said that this issue is not an issue between two different people. It's an issue between within the same people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Because like VDM said, if I see you, I don't see you as a Nigerian. I see you as an African. So we are the same. So if you have a problem in-house, we just have to solve it amicably. So if somebody is coming, because last time I watched one of your podcasts and you were saying that there are Nigerians having Ghana passport, there are Nigerians having Ghana card, ID card. Who gave it to them? I'm not sure they did it from somewhere and brought it in. No, they got it from within. Now, if you are a law enforcement agency or you are an institution who issue this passport and IDs, and you could sit down for somebody to lie to you that he's a Ghanaian and you give it to him, and later you find out that he's a Nigerian, then what are you doing?
But the thing is, I also think from that angle, right? Somebody can you can have a 2 passport, 3 passport. Business people have double passport, 3 passport for easy movement.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? People can do this. You just get for the countries that issues
different
business people passports, right? And if your country is offering passports, you get a lawyer. A lawyer will try to find a way to give you that passport. Now, if you find a way, and I'm sure if they check in the system, they will see because it's one database.
Sure.
It's one database.
Yeah.
They're going to see this guy has 2 passports or 3 passports. You understand? And why you are using this one for this is for easy movement. Now, that person that sees that you have a Ghanaian passport and you're using it to commit crime, if they check, they will also say, okay, this guy is actually a Nigerian. You understand? They will also find out there
Yeah.
because it's internet. So everything is
Everything.
going
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So that argument, we just did it, but Nigerians are getting Ghanaian passport
But
illegally. There is nothing like that. There's nothing like that because you have only one authority that issues passport.
passport, yeah.
So it's only going to come out from your government.
Yeah. And even
So-
if like let's say from what you said that there are certain instances like people giving passports, you understand, for business purposes, for free movement and all that. But even if somebody should have a passport not for those things, and you find out, you should know that one, there is a problem somewhere that somebody issued a passport to someone that he wasn't supposed to. We get that person and then we enforce the law.
Or you don't renew it.
You understand? Yes.
Yeah.
And if I said in my video that we should work on our immigration, because in US, when you are going, they ask you why you are coming, how long you are going to spend, and even check your bank if whatever you are going to do, your bank account, the money you have can actually do that.
Reflect.
You understand?
Yes.
So we just have to enforce our immigrational laws so that when you're coming in, you have this number of days to stay. This is what you're going to do. Some places, they keep tabs on you wherever you go. So we should have, instead of we doing all these things, but if you look at the issue from the top, there isn't much conversation about it because they understand what is going on.
Yeah.
But at the bottom, that's where this whole hype of Nigeria must go and all those things. And part of it, if you listen to people, they are saying that on one side, there are crimes being committed by Nigerians, and that's why they are, spoiling our culture, our environment is no more safe, and all those things. Yes, if these things are all happening, the question should be to, our law enforcement agencies, what are they doing? You understand? They, like in US, because of the immigration thing, deportation and all that, now Trump decided to reduce the passport, the visa time, I think the period for so many countries, right? Yes. So these are just measures you need to put in place as a nation, rather than you going on the street and demonstrating and all those things. Because VDM said, if you do all these things and you clash with someone on the street, let's say a Nigerian, and something happened, someone will not take it lightly. They also want to
retaliate.
Yeah. And when this thing happened, that's when this whole conflict starts. By the time it will be solved, how many properties and how many lives will be lost?
Yes.
And how far back will we be set? Because right now, people are moving at light speed, progressing. We are still even trying to manage stuff.
This is what, if I see us doing on the internet, this person must go, Igbo must go, Nigerian must go. I don't know why, if it's not Nigerian, if it is Igbo.
It's true. Even in the comment section,
Yeah.
There are people from Yoruba saying that we support Igbo must go. But this is wrong.
To me, I understand, right? There are people that, this is what we were saying off stage, we need to start letting people know how to think, or teaching them how to think. Always ask questions. Always ask questions. Always ask yourself questions, man. If you ask yourself so many questions, you are going to find answers
to it, yeah.
So you have to be, now we are sitting here saying, how is over 1 point something billion people cannot do business among themselves? Why? What is it? India is 1.4 billion, almost 1.5 billion people. They are not killing themselves. Of course, there will be community clashes somewhere, but they are progressing. How can we progress? China wants to take over everybody now.
Everybody
China wants to take over everybody now. Also, 1 point is that their population is like the whole of Africa. So how can we be able to compete at the global stage? how can we find a way to leave this? You must go, you must not go, you must go, you must not go. If I'm doing business in your country, please find a way to go to Nigeria to do business. Your currency is bigger, it's even bigger, right?
Yeah.
You will have the upper hand to open if I'm bringing Naira to come open one
Business.
shop in Ghana. You're
It
supposed
will
to
have
have to open two in Nigeria.
Yeah. Sure.
So I think we're supposed to live. I'm not saying we should live in harmony. It's not possible.
It's
But
possible.
no, it's not possible because even husband and wife cannot live in harmony. But we should find a way to respect ourselves and do business. Now, people saying African unity. You said African unity. I don't exactly know what you mean by African unity, right? But I know that it is easy for us to agree to do business,
Yeah.
depending on what we want. I know it will be easy. There was a time Alomo Bitter was too much in Nigeria. Now we cannot find Alomo Bitter anymore. If you are going to buy an Alomo Bitter, you ask, is this original? Is this from Ghana? Now you cannot find it. There are so many things Ghanaians can do and export to Nigeria, and Nigeria will be consuming. They have the big market. Focus on it.
So why are people not doing it?
This is exactly the question you should be asking. Why Nigerians and Ghanaians are not acting movies like before? Why? What happened? Nobody is asking this question, right? Now, we had so many Evanescence, Ivan Vika, so many Ghanaian actors and actresses acting in Nollywood.
Yeah.
Now, they have reduced drastically. What happened? Nobody's asking this question, right?
Yeah.
Now, you said music, Ghanaians are playing Nigerian music, and Nigerians are not playing Ghanaian music. What happened? You guys, you have organization or you don't have organization. Now, you guys need to come sit together and find a way to penetrate the market. It doesn't have to be fighting. You don't have promoters promoting it in Nigeria. You have a radio station. You can go and lobby, find a way so that Ghanaian music will be playing even if it's every Friday. There is a way you can promote Nigerian Ghanaian music in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And if you guys are not doing it, Nigeria are not to be blamed.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
You will see if this, let me give you an example, right? Ayasta that dropped this music, Hot Body, right? And before the Hot Body, the official video dropped, she has already started performing it in the US. You find a way to promote it, your manager, you promote it, put if the organization cannot do it, the government will help them, or Ghanaian Bank will help them to start promoting your music at the global stage or among Africans. However, but if you don't find the market, nobody's to blame. You are not doing the due diligence, you're not doing your research, you're not doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Because I don't see how, now look at this. I don't see how an individual will take it upon himself, said, I must go to Mars before I am dead. And you see him getting a huge progress. And Africans cannot find a way to do business among themselves.
No.
Is this not crazy?
It's crazy.
Okay, somebody said I should not use the word crazy, but this is asinine. I don't understand how people can be thinking like this, man. You cannot, the way you imagine is limited.
Okay, so with talking about why we cannot find a way to do businesses together or to even relate. You see, recently I've been thinking about something and I realized that we are not really a country. You understand? And what I mean by that is whatever we have as a country is the people who came to colonize us draw these borders. And that's how we have these countries, you understand? So it wasn't intentional that we as a people will come together. Back then, it's just your community, our community. Yes, we have this borders, but there was nothing like different communities coming together with one vision. I was listening to one man, Frank Zanu, and he said that we didn't have that a country as a concept in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
All we had was kingdoms and people, communities, and all those things. So this is something new that we don't really understand, and that's why one reason we cannot even sit. And within the same country,
Yes.
communities don't relate to each other.
Yes.
They still see themselves as different from the other. But those out there, they understand that, hey, yes, we might come from different places. Yes, we might have different cultures, but right now we are a nation and we have a common goal. That common goal brought us together. So that should trump any personal thing. Because if you look at Rwanda's issue, they saw themselves as different people until they agreed that nobody is going to identify themselves as this and this. They came together, and now look at how progressive they become.
Yeah.
So we as a people should have that concept as one, as a nation, as a people, as Africans, and then decide from there. We put all these personal culture and things and have a collective goal that this is where we are going. Because look at China. With all these big towns and communities they have, they are coming together and saying that this is what we are going to do. And they see themselves in it. And that's why if you see them, everybody have that mentality that, hey, regardless of whatever you see us or how you see us or whatever you say about us, we are getting the results. And you can see it. And recently, their parade, you could see the results they have. And now when you see them, you are going to give them respect.
Yeah, you know, another thing is I'm going to blame our leader because this doesn't have to do with our leader. Now, the thing is, I know you said we're not actually countries, we're supposed to be communities, something like this. But it looks like selling that one will be more difficult. Now, we have West African Union, right?
Yeah.
We have ECOWAS, and the leader of that ECOWAS is Nigerian president, right? Now, it will be easier. The headquarters is in Abuja. It will be easier for whoever is the leader to call all the delegates, right?
Okay.
We are ECOWAS. We came together to agree to have this union, right? Now, how can we have trade free union?
That is when they agree. You see, that's like with the ECOWAS thing.
Yes.
You agree that even though you are separate people, we have a common goal. So how that is when once you realize that you have a common goal to achieve, that is when things that you need to do to achieve that will come in. So the free trade and all these things will come in. But if you do not agree, even though you are on the team, if you don't agree, there is no progress.
Yeah, but you know, this is why I keep telling everybody you have to be involved in politics. It does not mean that you are going to register for one party and start running from office.
True.
You need to be fully involved. You need to be 100% involved in politics, at least to get a basic understanding of how things work, right? Now, I want to give you an example of with Russia and Ukraine, the war they are fighting. You see European Union, not a particular country. You see European Union bringing money to support Ukraine. I don't know if you're understanding me.
Yeah, I understand.
You see, they are coming together as one body to support Ukraine to fight Russia.
Yeah.
You understand? In Africa, some stuff like that cannot even happen in West Africa.
Yeah, because
right?
we don't see ourselves as one.
Now, you cannot see all this country to say, okay, in Ghana right now, we need to go build what example can I give? Cement factory. We need to go build cement factory as West Africa, capable of employing at least 300,000 people. Okay, let's build the biggest factory in Africa in Ghana. They don't have this kind of thing. I don't know how we are electing. They need to fix their country before they can think like this anyway. Right? Let's have this. We open this in Ghana. We open this in Chad. We open this here. We open this here. It will enable us to have a free trade union. Okay, Ghana, what can you bring into this budget next year? Nigeria, what can you bring
Bring it
into
to
this
the budget.
budget
Yeah,
next year?
yeah.
Let's build
That
interconnecting
collective
train.
goal, yeah. But you see, we were talking about teaching our own.
They're not even having summits. West African, is there anything like West African Youth Summit
I think there is.
to build the relationship?
We have all these organizations, but the purpose for which it was created is not what is serving. You understand? We just go and see that because look at African Union. We have African Union, but up to now, we don't see it as a union.
No,
It's just the organization that is there.
They have this policy that they're going to create one common currency. But when is that going to happen?
So
2060.
does it really mean that? You see, it's one thing to put a name on something, and the other thing is to see it as, is it really it? You understand? You can call iPhone can market their product the best, has the best, but until you test it, then you realize that it's not it. You understand? We Africans talk about African unity, African union, but if you sit back and look at what is happening, there is nothing like that. We need to come together. Like, we don't see ourselves as one.
You see? Okay, go ahead.
I was listening to Vusi Temekwayo. He said that Africans don't see ourselves. And it's true. Like, I realized it, that if I'm walking and I see you, there's this thing, even though I recognize you as an African, it's hard for me to sometimes talk to you unless, some situations you have to talk to the person.
You remember when we say outside Africa?
Yes. Especially outside Africa.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to see ourselves and recognize ourselves and even try to talk to each other. It's very hard. And I realized it. So we can sit down and talk about it, but when it comes down to whatever we need to do to get that result, if we are unwilling to set aside all personal issues, including national personal issues, like you are saying that, why don't we set a goal to build the biggest factory in Africa? And we agree that the headquarters is going to be, we are going to build it in this country. So you bring this, we bring this, we bring this. Some people might sit down and say, it's going to benefit your people alone. But they are not looking at the long term. If we do this here, there's a reason why we are doing it here. Maybe you have the land for it, you have the resources here. It's better for us to build it closer to the resource.
Yes.
But people are not going to look at it that way. Why should we spend? That was what Kwame Nkrumah was doing. He was using...
That is leadership failure.
You see, he was
and not putting the right people in the right position.
That's question. Frank Zanu asked, we have been saying that we have bad leaders. He said that our leaders are not corrupt. We are the ones corrupt. We get corrupted when we get in power. Why? Would you say that every year or every 4 years, every term, we make a mistake in selecting a bad leader? Would you say that?
I think there are some things I will also think I said, okay, we don't have much information before. And it's not been long that social media came, smartphone came. Now it's easy for people to get information, right? If I look at it sometimes, I say before we used to get our information from only one source, and they are regulated by the government. So whatever that being fed to us, somebody actually told them that.
To tell them this.
You understand?
Yeah.
We were configured, how will I say this, by the people that want us to be down.
Yeah.
You understand? The information, these hates, whatever, somebody put it into them, and it was fed according to the only source that we had for a long time. So it looks like, okay, it's going to take time for it to leave our system, our psyche. Now, the only way we can do this is having the Africans that have this knowledge, that are more exposed with more knowledge, to start talking to us through this kind of medium now that we are using, right? Most people are going to start creating content, educational content, to tell Africans, see, we don't need to be, okay, this Ghana must go. or Nigeria must go. Anybody saying Nigeria must go or Ghana must go is actually the enemy of the state. Because you need more people for the economy to grow. So your actual fight should be the government to provide a good security, or the enforcement agencies should be working so that if it's the migrant, whoever that is going to cause damage to this system should be caught
and taken out. Yes.
If you have whoever coming into your country, it means that you are going to build more house. It means that you are going to build more road. It means that you are going to have more factory. It means that you are going to have more bank. You understand? And when you don't want these people to come, you are telling them to go. It means that you don't want the state to develop. You should actually look at it this way. You should actually ask a good question. Yeah, you should actually think seriously. Think. Teach yourself how to think. Because you cannot tell me right now that if Cotonou or Cotonou, Cameroon, if they join Nigeria, Nigeria is not going to be 10% more powerful.
It's going to be.
So why are you asking people to leave?
That's why I said this kind of issues, the whole protest is at the bottom side, not at the top side. People who understand what is going on in the world knows that this is not the time to make enemies of yourselves. This is the time to form allegiance. Even those on the other side are forming allegiance from our side. But then we are on the continent are making enemies of ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's all because people are misinformed. People don't know what is going on. And nowadays, this media, the good side of it is now people have the information.
Yeah.
It's out there. But because of, like you were saying, that back then, this information was fed to us. Till now, people are, even with the media, that you have the opportunity to search it yourself, people are still waiting for it to be fed to them. And now this media is still controlled by the people. The media was created by the people who were doing these things before. Why is it that when you have this kind of conversations, they don't go viral as other things?
Yes.
This media is controlled by them. So if we're really talking about taking control of ourselves and our progress, then we need to create our own media and intentionally design it that this is what we are going to feed to our people. And that's why here in Dubai, you cannot just post anything. They will take it down. You understand?
Yeah.
You cannot just post anything because it is intentional. We have to be intentional about this.
Yes.
You cannot say that learn whatever you want to learn, but then in the exams, we want you to get this, answer these questions. No. That's why when you go to school, they have this structure of things that they want to teach you. Then when they set the questions, they set it by what you've been taught. So as a nation or as a continent, Africa, we need to be intentional about whatever it is that we want. If we say we want unity, like what you starting this podcast, your mission or your vision, you are intentional about it. So every single thing that you do, you plan it well. But we don't do that. We leave everything to chance. Because if you are saying that you want to educate your youth, you want them to innovate, but then whatever they are being fed on a daily basis is the wrong stuff, how do they innovate? So we need to take control of our media, because that's why if we have control of our media as a country, as a nation, this Ghana must go, will not go, or Nigeria must go, will not go viral as it is right now.
Yeah.
And there are people who are there that they lack emotional intelligence. They don't have anything going for them. So they just need some of these things. They are just triggered by little things.
Yes.
He or she has nothing to do with what is going on. But since it is something that people are saying, they are just moved by these things. And they're
going to go and they're going to fall for the 30 seconds clips.
You understand? And like you are saying, you were saying that they are being fed instead of them taking their time to actually search for these things. People are lazy nowadays to look for the information.
So much.
And thinking is very hard.
And they have smartphone.
You understand? Thinking is very hard. So one, you get the information, you get the data, all right. But now you have to also think about whatever you found.
Yeah.
Because there are people putting wrong things out there.
Okay, I want us to round up.
Okay.
But I would like you to tell us what we should be doing as Africans, as a Nigerian, as a Ghanaian, as West Africans. What should we do to actually help ourselves to move forward?
Okay. So number one, we need to be intentional about what it is that we want as a country or as a nation or as a people. We need to be intentional. And two, wherever we want to go, we cannot go separated. We have to go there. The only way to get there is together. The outsiders know this. So we need to go there together. And to go there together, we need to form, we need to have that harmony within ourselves. And to do that, one, with the whole issue of people coming into the country to commit crimes and all that, every state or every country should just work on their laws. It should be intentional.
Yes.
You are coming in. This is what you said you were coming to do. If it goes along with our laws, fine. Within this time period, fine. Once you are done, you step out.
Yeah.
You understand? Even if we are not going to do that, you have 90 days and all those things. Whenever you come, how long you want to stay, no problem. Because we are trying to bring everybody together, right? Just follow these rules. But if you don't follow these rules, you will face the law. Whether it's imprisonment or deportation, we will send you out. Because you came to this place for certain reasons, right? So it means that if you are taken out, you are going to lose those kind of benefits. You understand? So you think when you are coming in. And we as a nation should be intentional about like our laws and all those things so that it won't create, we can't create enmity between ourselves. Because as people are saying that Nigeria must go, there are Ghanaians over there. Imagine they also decide to do that. How do you think it's going to be? When South Africa did it, everybody said it was bad. So why are we also repeating the same thing? It is wrong. If we, as a people, everybody, the outsiders are saying the future is Africa, the future is Africa. But whose future is it?
It's not this way. The future is Africa. It's not going to be when we don't want to live amongst each other, when we don't want to do business amongst each other. The future is not going to be Africa.
No.
It's not going to be Africa.
You see, when you listen to, there are platforms where, foreigners, these whites are saying the future is Africa. But you ask yourself, back then they didn't have the weapons they had now. They have now. And they are saying the future is Africa. Whose future is that? And ask yourself, do you think they are coming to build your future for you? This time, when they are coming, they are not coming to do like, we are going to negotiate and all. They are taking it.
Yes.
Look at what China is doing.
Yeah.
And I heard that they are trying to take over Taiwan. And this time, it's possible. And even easier.
I don't think they want. If they want, they will. If they want, they will. US will not do anything. If US could do anything, they would have helped Ukraine. So I want to bring this session to a close, but my closing remark will be, you do not need anybody to leave your country. If there is anybody in your country committing crime, try as much as you can for your law enforcement to be very strong.
Yeah, true.
Because if you're having 20 more million people in your country, it's for your own advantage. It's going to grow your economy. Right? If you say you have too much people in your country and you want them to go, anybody saying that those migrants in your country that is going to help the business, whatever, more housing should go, that person is the enemy of your state. You should actually fight for your law enforcement to be strong, to protect your lives and property, and for business to come in. And the people that are going to bring those business in are migrants and also your citizens. So if today is your first time coming across my video, please subscribe, share this video, and be part of our community. We are bringing more Africans together to discuss what is actually bothering us. Thank you.